Republic of Kenya, Dr. Alfred Mutua, Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Labor and Social Protection, and all government officials present, Ms. Fanfan Kairangwa Rwanyindo, ILO Assistant Director General and Regional Director for Africa, Mr. Bedi Hany, President of Business Africa Employers Confederation, Dr. Gilda Odera, President of FKE, Mr. Shadrach Mwadime, Principal Secretary, Ministry of Labor and Social Protection, Presidents of Employers Federations, Executive Directors and Industry Leaders, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Bonjour à tous et à toutes. I am thrilled to welcome you all to the Africa Employers Summit 2025, covered and convened under the theme, Empowering Business to Advance Social Justice. We are deeply grateful to each and every one of you for prioritizing this important moment of dialogue, of learning, and of strategic collaboration. We are also especially grateful to our co-hosts and partners, the International Labour Organization, the International Organization of Employers, and my own organization, the Federation of environment and creating space for enterprise social justice and economic growth are interconnected. Business is not just about profit. This summit has been convened for us to engage constructively, plan strategically, and act collectively. Employers' priorities to shape inputs into the next 2026 ILO Africa Regional Meeting. Africa as a continental voice, shape the role of employers in the ILO's Global Coalition for Social Justice, and enterprise resilient. We are grateful to the ILO Humbo, who could not be here much as he wanted to be, can't be here in person. He will be addressing us, I believe, at some point, but his leadership at the ILO has given us new direction, and we are very proud to have him leading that body. I wish to extend our deepest gratitude to His Excellency the Deputy President, Professor Kithure Kindiki, for gracing this occasion. The government's continued support to employers and the business community, both nationally and across the region, is inspiring. In closing, I wish to urge each one of us to embrace this opportune moment as a strategic opportunity to align, to co-create, and to recommit to advancing Africa's development. Africa's future will be shaped not just by governments, but by its enterprising people and innovative businesses. Let us be bold, let us be united, let us lead from the front. Once again, welcome to Nairobi, welcome to the Africa Employers Summit, and thank you all for your continued commitment to building an Africa where business empowers social justice. Asanteni sana, merci beaucoup. I wish us all fruitful deliberations over the next 2 days. Thank you.
Gilda Odera to please come up for. Please give her a round of applause.
Your Excellency, Professor Kithure Kindiki, Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, Honorable Alfred Mutua, Dr. Alfred Mutua, the Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Labor and Social Protection, Ms. Fanfan Kayirangwa Ranyindo, the ILO Assistant Director General and Regional Director Africa, Mr. Beidi Agni, President of Business Africa Employers Confederation, Ms. Jacqueline Mugo, the IOE President, Secretary General Business Africa, and our very own Executive Director and CEO of the Federation of Kenya Employers, our PS, Principal Secretary for Ministry of Labor and Social Protection, Mr. Shadrach Mwandime, State Department of Labor and Skills Development, Mr. Joseph Motari, Principal Secretary, Ministry of Labor and Social Protection, State Department of Social Protection and Senior Citizen Affairs, all government officials present, presidents of employer organizations, executive directors, industry leaders, distinguished guests, fellow employers, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is a distinct honor to welcome you all to the Africa Employers Summit 2025 here in the vibrant city of Nairobi. As I stand here, it is such a pleasure to see this room full of people from all over Africa and within, coming to honor us to attend this function today and tomorrow. Allow me to begin by expressing our deepest appreciation to you, Your Excellency, Professor Kithure Kindiki, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, for gracing this occasion and for your unwavering commitment to advancing the future of work and enterprise in Kenya and across Africa. Your leadership continues to inspire confidence in the business community and reinforces the importance of public-private collaboration in driving inclusive development. We're equally honored this morning by the attendance of the International Labour Organization team, led by Ms. Fanfan Kayirangwa, the Director for Africa. Thank you for being here. Your presence here today is a powerful affirmation of the ILO's dedication to promoting decent work, social justice, and sustainable enterprises across the continent. I'm proud that Kenya has the privilege to host this transformative gathering of employer organizations, business leaders, and policy influencers from across the continent. This summit is a moment of reflection and renewal. It comes at a time when Africa's economic and social landscape is undergoing profound transformation. And as employers, when the roots are deep, there is no reason to fear the wind. Our roots, our values, our resilience in Africa are our shared vision and are strong. The theme of this summit, empowering business to advance social justice, challenges us to rethink the traditional role of business in society today. No longer should enterprises be viewed solely as engines of profit and productivity. Today, businesses must also be seen as architects of inclusive growth, champions of fair labor practices, and stewards of sustainable development. This theme therefore invites us to embrace a broader, more human-centered vision of enterprise, where one, economic success goes hand in hand with social equity. Indeed, we see this clamor by our growing young population in Africa today. It reminds us that is this theme, that social justice is not a luxury reserved for idealists. It is a necessity for stability, progress, and peace. Without it, the foundations of our economies and communities remain fragile. From the employer's lens, platform, it allows us to employ how businesses can be empowered to champion social justice, not as a peripheral goal, but as a central pillar of enterprise sustainability. We must ask ourselves, how can we build businesses that are not only competitive, but ensure that our workplaces are inclusive, that our practices are ethical, and our growth is equitable? Kenya's business environment continues to show promise, and the government's strategic investments in infrastructure, digital transformation, and regional integration through the East Africa Community and the Africa Continental Free Trade Area are opening new doors for enterprise expansion. Our youthful and young, dynamic workforce is a strategic asset, one that with the right skills and support can drive innovation and productivity across sectors. Employers cannot ignore the shifts toward green and sustainable business models either. This is not just a trend, it is a necessity needed in advancing social justice. The future of investment lies in building climate resilience, caring for the environment, and conducting business responsibly. Therefore, I urge all employers to be at the forefront of this transition by ensuring that enterprises are not only competitive, but also responsible and sustainable. Hosting this summit is a privilege that we do not take lightly. It reflects Kenya's commitment to fostering dialogue, collaboration, and leadership in shaping the future of work in Africa. We are grateful to our partners, Business Africa, the International Labour Organization, International Organization of Employers, and all participating employer organizations for their unwavering support in making this summit a reality today. Let us see these 2 days to engage a meaningful dialogue, challenge conventional thinking, and build partnerships that will endure beyond this summit. This summit offers us a unique opportunity to align our efforts and reaffirm a shared vision where empowered businesses and social justice are not just seen as competing interests, but as mutually reinforcing pillars of progress. A society that values fairness and inclusion creates the conditions for enterprise to thrive. And in turn, thriving enterprises contribute to the stability and prosperity of the society and the nations at large. I therefore look forward to the insights, innovations, commitments that will emerge from this summit. May our discussions lead to bold actions and lasting impact. Once again, I want to thank you very much for coming in today and for the next 2 days, and welcome once again. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Gilda Odera, the National Kindly allow me to call our next speaker and also join me in welcoming applause.
Ladies and gentlemen, I bring you greetings from the Director General of the International Labour Organization, Mr. Gilbert Humbo. It is a great honor and pleasure to be here in Nairobi to join this distinguished gathering of business, visionaries, and leaders. Let me join previous speakers in thanking Business Africa and the Federation of Kenya Employers. I also want to extend special thanks to Ms. Jacqueline Mugo, President of the IOE and member of the ILO governing body, not only for inviting the ILO regional office, but also for her long-standing and unwavering commitment to the ILO and for being a champion for decent work and social justice. I would also like to acknowledge the ILO colleagues from the region and HQ who have supported this summit in various ways. Excellencies, distinguished guests and colleagues, this summit is being held at a critical moment in time. As the continent tries to shake off the lingering effects of the poly crisis, it is grappling with rapid transformation, driven by digitalization and technological change, demographic shifts, and evolving labor markets. The lack of productive and decent jobs remain the biggest labor market challenge for young people in Africa as the continent faces a significant demographic transition. The ILO estimates that 26% of young people in Africa are neither in employment, education, nor training. Over 70% of young workers are employed in jobs categorized as insecure. Crisis, fragility, instability, and climate change are reversing development gains or diverting resources from critical investment in economic and social development. At the same time, global solidarity and the economic order, as we know it, are also being challenged. Uncertainties loom. We are in a challenging time, and businesses and employers are at the center of it all. Navigating financial pressures, strategic and leadership challenges, operational disruptions, regulatory changes, low stakeholders, confidence, and market pressures. The constraint of this transformation and the uncertainties around us indeed make the theme of this summit, empowering business to advance social justice, very apt and timely. Businesses are investors, job creators, engines of innovation, drivers of sustainability, and the green transition, and key partners in shaping policies that promote sustainable enterprises and policies for transformation and inclusive growth. This makes the role of employers in the decent work agenda as partners in national development and regional development indispensable. Excellencies, distinguished guests, colleagues, this summit therefore presents a strong opportunity to reflect on how together businesses can foster an enabling environment for business development firmly rooted in tripartism and social dialogue. To navigate the complex transformations, employer organizations need broader, more strategic outlook. While the traditional preoccupation of representing employers' interests in national labor policies processes remain very important, it is no longer sufficient. In era of digital platforms, non-standard work arrangements, AI, and regional economic integration. This also calls for greater coordination at the regional level to address common challenge as well as bring a collective voice in regional and global policy processes. As we engage, let us all be guided by the theme of the summit and envision a continent where businesses are empowered to thrive, where rights, capabilities, and fair access to opportunities are promoted, and where every woman and man has access to decent work and a better future. The ILO Regional Office for Africa is committed to continue working with employers' organizations to build labor markets that are more productive, more inclusive, more resilient, and sustainable. Excellencies, distinguished guests, colleagues, in closing, I look forward to rich discussion ahead. I hope that the discourse at this summit will energize us, provide insight, and feed into critical upcoming regional and global events, particularly engagement at the UN General Assembly later this month, the World Social Summit in November, the 6th Global Conference on the Elimination of Child Labor in 2026, and the 15th ILO Regional Meeting in 2026. I wish you fruitful deliberation. Asante sana. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, Ms. Fan Fan. R. Kayirangwa, the ILO Regional Director for Africa, on behalf of the Director General of the International Labour Organization. I'd now like to request Your Excellency, the Deputy President, to kindly allow me to welcome our next speaker and also join me in welcoming him. He is the President of the Business Africa Employers Confederation, Mr. Baidi Ane.
Thank you. Je sais que le vice-président a un calendrier serré. Il nous l'a signifié, donc il doit partir très vite, donc on va être court. I was saying, Mr. Vice President, I was saying, you stated it to us, I mean, time is of instance for you here, therefore, for the protocols, it was already mentioned by Jacqueline and all the different people that was here. Donc je voudrais d'abord, Monsieur le Vice-président, à mon nom et au nom des présidents des organisations et aux responsables patronales, membres de Business Africa, vous présenter nos sincères remerciements pour l'accueil chaleureux et la bienveillante attention dont nous sommes l'objet de